Hey, Tubies! This is Bob Hickman. I tell you, Sing Bob's in a crazy mood today. Well, we had that big snowstorm yesterday. Well, last night we had major snow. Major rain and a warm front move in. Guess what? All the snow is totally gone. It now looks like spring, feels like spring. So I've been out walking, wearing just a light jacket, my hair blowing in the wind. It's been fun. Here we are, it's Tuesday, and it's time for messages from the spirit world. Before we get into that, I want to say thank you to all of you who came out to yesterday's video on my snow walk. If you haven't seen that, check it out. We won't be having that again because all the snow's gone. So check out the video if you want to see what it was like. Also, I want to say thank you. We've been getting a lot of new subscribers. You guys are wonderful. Thank you for joining Spirit Channel. For those of you who are new, Messages from the Spirit World is a weekly video. We try to get that out every Tuesday, and I answer letters from viewers. There is no charge for this, absolutely free. You can write to me either at my website, I'll put the link below, robert-hickman.com, or you can write here at YouTube, just post it on my video, your questions, or you can write me at my my inbox here at YouTube. Either way, contact me wherever you can. But I love to get your letters, and we'll throw it in the hat and add you to messages from the spirit world. Well, I'm so glad you're here. Well, we are going to settle down. Let's do some meditation first. Let's center ourselves as we open the door to the spirit world. Okay. My spirit guide Fletcher's back here. He says hello. All right, let's go into our letters. Our first letter today is from Katie Serpa. Hello, Katie. And she writes, Dear Psychic Bob, do you see any new jobs around me? Any info on love and relationships? Hi, Katie. Well, it's interesting. I want you to watch here because as we get into around end of March, this is where I pick up work transition around you. I do feel like some opportunities are opening up for you. It's interesting because I actually get two jobs around you. One is connected to something with healing work. It may be through a metaphysical store or something. It's almost like you're asked to kind of come in and do something spiritual. So you have some healing gifts, and I want you to explore those. I feel those will be given an opportunity to be manifested. I also get something that has an artistic nature around it. Maybe connected to retail, to fashion design. And I feel like you may be involved in helping organize fashion shows or do some type of display work, something with clothing and style. So you've got both of these currents going for you. And I feel as we get to the end of the month of March, you'll be able to manifest those, okay? Looks good for you. In terms of romance, I also want you to watch here. It's not till about May, but in May I see a new beginning in the relationship area for you. And it's interesting because I feel that you meet this somebody, it's at a sporting event. It's like at a baseball game or a outdoor, some sort of sporting event. It's outdoor. They're in a bleacher near you, but it looks like it's around May, okay? So I hope that helps. Blessings to you. Thanks for writing. All right, our next letter is from Wiccan Witch Tarantula. And she writes and says, Dear Psychic Bob, I'm scared and I really need help. I'm so depressed some days for no reason. It's so bad that I get to the point where I have really bad thoughts. Is this a negative spiritual entity around me, or is it just me? Hun, I'm so sorry you're struggling with this. Well, first of all, let me say, don't give in to despair, okay? There is always hope, and there is always a new day. When I step into your vibration, I get a few colors around you. I get dark blue and I get purple. And it's interesting because the dark blue tends to indicate a little bit of issues connected to depression. And I do feel there is a slight chemical imbalance around you. And I would like you to see a doctor. I think that we could stabilize that mood a little bit with some antidepressants. In terms of a negative entity around you, I'm not picking that up. But what's interesting is you have a lot of purple light, which means that you're very psychic. And I do believe that you have an empathic ability. And what's happening is you are just open right now. And you're absorbing everybody's emotions. And there's a lot of chaos in people around you now. And psychically, you're just taking it all on. So that's a burden on top of you. And what I would suggest for that is I want you to study grounding and shielding techniques. One of the ways you can work on grounding is to use the gemstone hematite, also black tourmaline, wonderful crystal that will build up energy around you to kind of block you taking that on. So I would encourage you to get like a crystal pendant to wear of black tourmaline or hematite. I think black tourmaline in your case would actually be better because it's a very grounding stone. And I want you to visualize beautiful white lights surrounding you. This will help block you taking on more strain and emotion, okay? As I said, I do pick up a slight chemical issue, and I do feel that just for the short term, I'm not saying it's a long-term issue, but I do think some mood balancers or some antidepressants would help with a little bit of that. But I think once you get your grounding and shielding balanced, you're going to find that that depression energy also clears a lot quicker, okay? So I'm so sorry you're struggling. Please do not give in to any thoughts of despair or, or suicide. If you get a voice telling you do that, you say, go away, I'm not listening. You don't have to listen to dark entities. Actually, I don't feel you have a dark entity, but if one were to come, you need to just tell it, go away, okay? But definitely, I want you to look into shielding and ground and get black tourmaline. You need that crystal, okay? That's going to help you a lot. And then, as I said, talk to your doctor as well. A little bit of, kind of mood stabilizers or antidepressants. That would help you right now. And as you, balance out the chemistry, you'll be able to better deal with the psychic energy. And you get those both under control, hey, you're going to have an awesome year, okay? I see you healing from this, and I feel like as we get into, beginning of April, you're really feeling like it's succeeded. So you got a few weeks to work on it, but I do see you getting there, okay? I send them blessings to you. Don't give up. You feel upset, you come to Spirit Channel. People here are going to help you. Reach out, write to me, write to the people in the comment boxes. We're going to help you, okay? I send them blessings to you. Take care, darling. Thanks for writing. All right, our next letter is from Dora Kate. And Dora Kate says, Dear Bob, who is my spirit guide? And do they have any messages for me? Hello, Dova. I have around you a lady in spirit. She's a psychic. She's a medium. I get the name Janine around this, Janine. And Janine is a medium. She was a big medium in the 1930s. And I feel like she's helping you open your spiritual gifts. She also shows me a big canvas here with paint on it. And I feel like you're being called to do something creative and expressive, such as paint or write music or something. But you've got an element of creative energy coming here. And Janine is helping you to paint or to create beautiful things and let your artist energy shine. Because that's artist is one of your life things. You have an artist theme and you have a psychic theme. So you got both of those working for you. But Janine is your guide, okay? Hope that helps. Blessings to you. All right. Our next letter is from Lynn Nightfeather. Hello, Lynn. Good to hear from you. She says, Dear Bob, am I an Arcturian? Lynn, when I step into your vibration, I have to tell you, I do pick up an Arcturian energy around you. I believe you're fully an Earth person, but I do believe that you have a soul link to the Arcturians. I believe that in your past life you were an Arcturian, and I do believe that you entered this life as a human, but with an Arcturian connection. And I do feel like, around you, you're getting a lot of messages from them. The Arcturians are very advanced. They were connected to Atlantis and Lemuria. And I have to tell you, you've had lives in both of those continents. So your connection with the Arcturians go back not just this lifetime, but multiple lifetimes. So as for this life, I do feel you're an Earth person, but as I said, you definitely have an Arcturian connection. You've worked with them over many lifetimes, and I do feel that they visit with you and impart knowledge. I want you to keep a notebook because I'm seeing them literally giving you messages here in the coming months, and I feel like they're giving you wisdom that you want to share with others, okay? Anyways, hope that helps. Sending blessings to you. Thanks for writing. Okay, our next letter is from Shadow Magic. And Shadow Magic writes and says, Dear Psychic Bob, I have a speech impediment. I stutter. It's making my life so difficult. It's hard to go out in public, hard to order food, talk to friends and family. I would like to know when it is going away. Also, who are my spirit guides? Thank you very much. Love your channel. Hi, Shadow Magic. You know, I do pick up your pain. And, you know, when we talk about an issue like a stutter, there are many factors that can affect that. In your case, I feel that there was some childhood trauma around you. I feel there was somebody who, in a sense, took away your voice as a child. They may not have meant to do it, but it could have been a parent or an authority figure, somebody who silenced you or put fear into you at a young age. And what happened is, from an energy place, your throat chakra, which is here in the throat, is the center of communication. Your throat chakra got shut down. And as a result, you get frozen in speech now. One of the things, well, there are a few things I'd like you to try. I would like you to work with a speech therapist. Because I feel like this is going to need some professional help, okay? One of the other things I'd like you to do is, there's a wonderful movie that I want you to watch. If you haven't seen it already, do see it. It's called The King's Speech. And it's about King George VI, who was the King of England during World War II years. He was a stutterer as well. And, you know, in his position as King of England, he had to do a lot of public speaking. He worked with a speech therapist named Sir Lionel Logue, L-O-G-U-E. And I want you to research Sir Lionel Logue. He was a personal king of King George VI. King George VI is the present Queen Elizabeth's father, in case you don't know. So our current queen, her father was the one who was a stutterer. So the wonderful thing is, this movie shows how Lionel Logue got to the root of his problem and helped him. Wonderful movie. Another thing I'd like you to also do is, I want you to get the gemstone Aqua Aura. It's a type of crystal. It's a quartz crystal. It's an aqua color, beautiful aqua blue. And I want you to wear that on a chain around your neck. If you can get a little shorter chain, keep it closer to your throat, that would be good. Aqua Aura helps stimulate healing in the body, mind, and spirit, and helps channel. One of the things is, because your energy's been blocked, you've also been limited in your ability to receive spirit communications and express yourself in that area. So Aqua Aura will help you actually open your channeling. And as you open your channeling ability, this will stimulate all the chakras and actually will also help with the speech issue. One of the things I would like you to try is also, when you're wearing an Aqua Aura crystal, I want you to ask Spirit to speak through you. So if you have to go to a restaurant and they say, what would you like to order? And you have that moment you start to freeze up, you just take a deep breath and you say, Spirit, you bring the answer. And you will get a message through, okay? I pick up around you a spirit guide. The name is Altos, A-L-T-O-S. He was an Atlantean person. He was a high Atlantean spirit guide, an elder of Atlantis. He's working with you, and he can channel through you. So I want you to stop and say, Altos, speak through me. And then you let him talk. And you'll be amazed, because when you channel, they kind of bypass all the normal circuitry. And suddenly you'll be talking clearly, and you'll say, God, how did I come out with that? You see? So Altos is working with you. That's one of your guides. And I want you to check out that film, research Lionel Logue, and get that crystal. This is going to go a long way to helping you move forward, okay? But I do feel like you are going to meet a therapist who's going to help you also with that. So remember, we work body, mind, and spirit. So a therapist helps with the body and the mind, and I'm here to help you with the spirit. So together you create a unity that's unified body, mind, and spirit, and you're going to go forward, okay? I send blessings to you. Please keep in touch with me. Let me know how it's progressing. Thank you. Blessings to you. All right. Our next letter is from Lady Angela. Hello, Lady Angela. She slipped a letter in here on me. Lady Angela writes, Dear Lord Bob, I keep having a recurring dream about my ex-boyfriend. I was wondering, is this an ominous premonition? Any insights would be appreciated. You know, Lady Angela, when I step into your vibration, the wonderful thing is you got a lot of purple around you also, which means that you are definitely channeling, okay? I do feel like the spirit is working through you a lot and your psychic gifts are getting stronger. In regards to this dream, I have to tell you, I'm not picking up death around him, but what I pick up is that he is trying to form a psychic link to you. He's trying to come back into your life. And I feel that this dream is, in a sense, a forewarning to be prepared for his reappearance. So even though it seems like death, it's really not about death. It's about return. It's about the old being made new. It's about life coming back. Sometimes death actually means life. So in his case, because you had a premonition that he's dead, what that means is that he's resurrecting, that he's actually coming back to life. And so he may try to make an appearance in your life soon. I do not feel that this is necessarily a good reunion or a connection that I would encourage, but I do feel that he will make an effort, and that's what the stream is about, okay? So anyways, hope that helps a little bit. Sending blessings to you. Keep me posted. Blessings. All right. And our next letter is from Sugar I Knows. Hello, Sugar I Knows. Sugar I Knows writes and says, Dear Bob, my son recently took his life. I'm so sorry. I just want to know, is he in the light? Is he okay? Thank you, Bob. Love and blessings. You know, Sugar, I think to see a child take their life is probably one of the hardest things for anybody on earth to bear, you know. And as a parent, I have to be honest, I can't imagine your depth of sorrow. But I'll tell you one thing. You and I look at it and we don't understand it. But I want you to understand something. One of the things I pick up around your son is that he was actually an old soul. As an old soul, he had trouble fitting in this life. And it wasn't because anything you did. You were wonderful. And none of this is a reflection on you. But he came here. He said, well, I'm going to try life. You know, he didn't almost want to come here. He came here because, you know, the spirit guides and his council said, oh, it'd be good for you to have an incarnation. And you and he knew each other in the pre-incarnation. And so you said, hey, you want to go down and you can be my son, I'll be your mom, we'll work it out. He was a little hesitant. He's like, I don't know, Earth's kind of crazy. But you said, come on, I'll be with you. So you took him on and he came to Earth. What's happened, though, is around him while he was here on Earth, he never felt truly connected to the Earth. And it's not, again, because of you. You were not the issue. You were wonderful, and he loves you. But when you're an old soul, sometimes you get restless because I pick up around when he was so advanced. His mind was way ahead of everybody's. He really was. And I felt like, you know, around him, he got to the point where he just thought, I can't deal. It's too crazy here. He was in his heart of truly profound and a deeply spiritual person. He was a creative person. He was a sensitive person. He had an artist spirit inside of him. And I don't know that he necessarily exhibited it on the earth as much as he wanted to, but his soul was a creator and was an artist. And he felt very tortured because it's like people around him couldn't get his deeper truth, his deeper message. And so he withdrew, and he unfortunately ended his life because he wanted to go home. he wasn't being evil, and it wasn't an act of revenge against you or anybody. But what it was is that he just missed home. Sometimes souls have such a strong connection to that other world that they just can't handle being here. Is he in the light? Absolutely. He went straight back to God, okay? Because that's where he wanted to be. And God's so wonderful, merciful. God knows all the sorrows and the struggles. And God embraced him in his light. So he's at home and he's at peace. I do feel that he will come and visit you. In fact, he already has made a few attempts to come through. Because I feel like literally about 10 minutes after his death, you had a sense of something was going on. I felt like you felt like something had happened. It's almost like you had a premonition yourself. What that was is that was his spirit already reaching to you. Okay, so he has been around. He went to the light. I feel it'll probably be about 2 or 3 months before you hear from him again. Just let him be. He's learning and growing. As tragic as suicide is, you know, he does unfortunately have to account to the spirit world. They don't like when people do that. So he's kind of learning his lessons over there, and they're helping him work it out. But I do see him on the other side getting therapy and getting healing and coming to understand where he had challenges in this life. And they're helping him heal from that. So in about 2 or 3 months, you'll get another visit from him. Fletcher said in the dreams, so he'll be coming to visit you. You'll get a dream premonition, okay? But he's safe. He's in the light. You just talk to him every day and tell him you love him, and you encourage him to heal and to grow, because he's in a place where he can really do that now, and you can help him. So if you want to help him, you say, you know, son, I love you, and I'm sending light to you. Just pray, visualize him surrounded by light, and you project that to him, he'll receive it. I'm so sorry for your loss, but I can tell you he's fine, he's in the light, and you'll hear from him soon. Blessings to you. Keep me posted, will you? Thank you so much. Well, listen, guys, that's all the time I got for letters today. You guys are rocking. Thanks for being here. Listen, keep it here. We got more coming tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to talk about the mystical crystal of green fluorite. That's what I'm wearing. This is a green fluorite. Tomorrow we're going to talk about green fluorite, so you don't want to miss it. Be here. We'll see you then. Blessings to you. Oh, and of course, like this favorite, share it with your friends. Tell them to join Spirit Channel. Hit subscribe if you haven't done that. We'd love you to be here. We really would. We'd love you to be part of Spirit Channel. We're a great community here. We're all like a family. You can write and talk to people in the comment boxes. You'll get to know everybody here. We have a good time. Anyways, hope you'll consider joining. So, and be back here tomorrow for the video on the mystical crystal of green fluorite. And next week, we'll have another messages from the spirit world.